Hey everyone, welcome back to Foxtech, and we got to talk about the OnePlus 8 Pro. After my last video on the OnePlus 8 Pro and the display issues that I was seeing, I had a lot of questions whether the updates through software had fixed the problems or not, and through my experience, kinda, but not enough. A little disclaimer, I've been using the 8 Pro at 120Hz Quad HD because that's one of the main selling points of that device. It's there for you to use. If you drop it down to 60Hz, I'd recommend getting a different device. So I'm always going to use 120Hz at Quad HD. So let's get to it. Here you can see the ultramarine blue model on 3 different versions of Oxygen OS. As you can tell, there's a slight improvement in green tint after Oxygen OS 10.5.5. The green tint's reduced, however, the screen is still very uneven in its brightness, and there's a very prominent black bar at the top, which in my opinion looks worse after the 10.5.5 update. Regarding 10.5.6, I don't see a noticeable improvement. It looks very similar, if not exactly the same as 10.5.5. So the update seemed to come through 10.5.5 to the green tint issue, but it also brought more prominent black bars, and the black crush is also still there. With regards to the green model, here it is after the 10.5.5 update, a before and after. Again, some small improvements in the green tint, but the black bar is clearly visible at the top, the uneven screen and the black crush are still present, and there was no improvement in 10.5.6. I didn't put that picture in, but it's the same as the blue model, no improvement in 10.5.6. So, what can be done about this? Is it hardware? Is it software? Let's get down to it. I asked Ryan Hager from Android Police over on Twitter, and this is what he said. He said that OnePlus are still saying the crushed blacks and green tint are a software issue. Sadly, you can't trust the customer support reps to be too knowledgeable. He also said that the unevenness and irregularity in luminosity at low brightness, though, is definitely hardware. All OLED displays have this to a varying degree. It can be mitigated with things like calibration mapped to specific panels or by bumping minimum brightness so it's less visible, but you can't fix it through software. He said, we'll have to see, the crushed black should be fixable in software, and if the unevenness isn't too bad, most customers don't even notice it. I'm one of the only folks at Android Police that spots it in phones. Bumping minimum brightness will probably fix it for most people, but who knows. So there are his thoughts. I'll put a link to his Twitter in the description below, as well as the Android Police website. Now, he did say that customer support wasn't always that reliable, and that they're kind of following a script when they're responding. They can't give too much information, and a lot of the time they might not even know. I have spoken to a lot of different customer support. I've asked to speak to the supervisors most of the time, and I've had a variety of different responses, some relating to software, some relating to hardware, so I'm going to break that down for you now. Some are saying that it's confirmed to be software and that a OnePlus OTA update will come and fix the issues. They weren't very specific on what issues they were. They weren't specific at all on the Oxygen OS update that it would be, or when it would arrive. So that's all up in the air. Others also came back and said that it was part software and part hardware. This kind of links into what Ryan Hager was saying about hardware being an issue with the unevenness of the screen, and I think the black bar along the top at the hole punch is also a hardware issue, as well as some software issues as the green tint and the black crush. So if those are the only 2 issues that you're seeing and you want to hold on and hope for further updates to fix it, give it a go. But it seems to me like it's part hardware and part software, which when we're paying this much for a device that we expect to be a flagship now, not a flagship killer, the actual flagship, then I think we deserve a little bit more than faulty displays. Like I've said, and like Android Police have said already, a lot of people don't see the issues. A lot of people might have it but don't notice it. When I've noticed it, it's really hard to unsee it. I do believe that software will fix some green tint issues and further improve the black crush issues. That black crush update was meant to be coming in May, so we've still got time for that. So, what am I going to do? I'm going to send them back for a replacement. I can't unsee the issues at a low brightness now. Once I've seen it, I can't unsee it. It's really weird. So I'm hoping that the newer phone will be from a newer batch and have less issues, and if anything, there are little niggles in there due to software, then that gets cleaned out over time, because everything else about this device, like I said before, is awesome. I love it, but I feel like we're playing the OnePlus lottery at the minute, and it's kind of 50-50 whether you're going to get a good one or not. So we'll have to wait and see. I'll bring further updates with regards to what the replacement devices are like, if I see the issues, if I don't see the issues, and what OnePlus end up saying. So make sure you subscribe to see that, and leave a comment below. Let me know if there's any questions that you have. I know a lot of people are looking to get this phone. It's out in India soon. A lot of people are looking to get it there. So I hope this helps. I'm sorry if it's not the news you wanted to hear, but this is what we have right now, and hopefully it's fixed sooner rather than later. If you want to make sure you're fully caught up with my previous video on these two, click the link somewhere around the head or the side and check that out. That's all for now, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.